So we made it through the first part and we understand a little bit of what stoichiometry is. Now, let's go ahead and see how we work with it. You're going to have a set of problems that are given to you. And based on what information you're given, you need to be able to work through to find the end result. So we're comparing beginning and ending two different compounds. So we want to be very careful of how we go about this. So if you notice, there are four different categories that we're looking at here. There's the given with units, whatever unit we happen to have, the starting conversion factor, the ending conversion factor, and then whatever the units are on the other end. And these are going to be determined based on what the question asks. What do I mean? Well, say I'm given a question that, say, starts in grams. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm literally just going to drag it and drop it in place. Now, if I start off with grams, the first thing I'm going to need to do is convert it from grams into moles. That's always the first step. Well, of these three that are given to me, this is the only one that deals with mass. So I have grams here, so that means grams goes down. And of course, I'd have to find my molar mass, and 1 mole goes to the top. Now, this would allow me to make it from grams into moles of that substance. This should be familiar because this is what we did in the last unit. Now, how do we take it a little further? Well, notice here we have to rely on a balanced equation. So that also means that I'm going to be using different substances. So first thing, this is going to be moles of my starting compound, right? So notice I put it in red. I'm going to take the moles of my starting compound and move them down here. This will allow me to cancel out that unit, so I'll no longer have that starting compound and be able to move into my new compound. Here we go. Now, once I've gotten to this point, I have multiple options. One, the question may just ask me to find moles of my new substance. If that is the case, I'd be able to stop here and everything would be fine. If I needed to find grams of the other substance, well, let's see, what would I need to do? Well, I'm going to use the conversion factor that also contains grams. So, moles, I bring it down so I can get rid of it, which will allow me to cancel out here. And then my molar mass for that substance, should say new substance, will go here. Now, with everything in place, I'm going to make sure all of my units will cancel out. And then I'm going to multiply the values on the top, multiply the values on the bottom. Since I've done that, I should find grams of my new substance. That will make my life much, much easier. Do we have any questions? I'm sure we probably do. You're probably thinking, but what if I have something else? Well, let's just go ahead and make a quick switch. What if, let's put this back, they didn't ask us to stop in grams. Maybe we're dealing with a gas. And we know that gases are kind of special. So we still started off the same way, but we want to end in liters, sorry. So which of our conversion factors should I use? Should I use the moles of solute over 1 liter or 1 liter? Or should I use the 1 mole equals 22.4 liters? Well, since this one says solute, that means the 1 liter is of our total solution. I need a gas, so I'm going to use our 22.4. We'll treat it the same way. My 1 mole will come down to the bottom, and 22.4 liters will be placed at the top. So this will just be a game of figuring out which pieces need to go where, and if we can think through that process, we should be able to come out with the correct answer. Go ahead and review this, and I'm also putting the link to this on the document so you'll be able to go through and you can sort of move things around and sort of put them into place as you do your practice. I hope you find this very helpful. If you have any questions or immediate concerns, please do not hesitate to contact me. Have a lovely day.